There comes a time in every podcast journey where it has to decide, what is this show about? This show will literally never do that. What the podcast? Welcome to What the Podcast. My name is Ryan. Here with us in the studio, John Albright.
I'm not sure if I say something or not.
On the couch, as always, our producers. Whoa, the wheels are falling off. Cara and Olivia Tafolla, live from Santee, California. This is What the Podcast.
Hey! Very nice.
Superimpose some applause.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Live from Santee,
It's What the Podcast. And then we come out and it's just like dumb, like, well,
us on a stage.
President's in the news again. Boo.
Yeah, I know. No kidding. The inauguration was last week. They got a big Bernie meme out of that.
Yes.
I saw some. It was a meme, of course, and it was like a tidal wave, and it was like a person like clearly like really small next to it. And it was like Biden's inauguration, and the big wave was like Bernie's meme. It's like totally
good.
wiped it out.
Fantastic.
That's hilarious.
What a guy, that Bernie Sanders.
What a guy.
Well, on that note,
It's time.
pod decks. It's time to tell Alexa to tell Geneva to turn off the AC.
I
We
got
love
it. I
Geneva.
got it.
That crazy girl,
That crazy girl. She always.
Lexi.
All right. Anyways, we're good.
We're great. Pod decks.
Yeah.
You guys should really check it out.
sponsor us.
Please sponsor us. Every week, we start our time together with a Poddex interview question. And the question this week, what is something you get wrong almost every time you do it? What's something that you get wrong every time, almost every time you do it?
Wait, can you repeat it one more time?
What is something you get wrong almost every time you do it?
Wow.
Whoa.
I don't do anything wrong, so I can't really answer this question. John, over to you.
Yeah, John's got several things. You know what? I can't think of anything specifically.
Just off the top of your head. Like, you try and do
okay,
something.
I'll tell you.
Sure.
What, honest.
Yeah.
I cannot write a caption without spelling something wrong every time. Like, it is very rare that I get like a caption like really on. You know what I'm saying? For Instagram, for everything, and I'm so self-conscious about it. I'm being really vulnerable right now.
I love it.
And
I love it.
So that's why whenever I like post something, I was a social media intern. How they let me social media intern, I don't know.
Yes.
Can't write a caption
At
for
Google.
anything.
This was at
Google.
Facebook.
Yeah, it is small. It's a small upcoming
Little startup.
It's a little startup called Facebook, and I am super self-conscious. So whenever I wrote a caption, I would send it to my fiance Jordan to proof it, and then send it back, and then I would
So
post
it's
it.
not really like typos as much as like syntax errors. Like, this
It's-
doesn't make sense.
Yes, or like I drop a word. I think my hands
yeah.
are faster than or slower than my mind. So I'm like thinking of the next thing, and I
You're
just
just
skip
so
over the.
you're just
or
so
an
smart
A.
and so quick thinking.
Well, yeah, I
that-
mean, if you want to interpret it that way, I mean, it's up to you. No, but
I
in my head, I'm like, I think I just miss like little weird words when I'm writing stuff, and I do when I text too. You guys have probably seen a bunch of texts that I just missed words on, maybe, or maybe you haven't noticed it. A lot of people don't notice because they read it how it's supposed to be because they're
Right.
like, I know what he's trying to say, you know.
Oh yeah, that's like those sentences that are like every single word is misspelled, but you can still read it, right? Because
Yeah,
your brain just fills in the gaps. right?
Exactly. I had a supervisor who was like, he's like that. He's self-admitted is like, when I write an email and I know it's going out to a lot of people, he's like, I literally have to like write it, and then I have to like touch the words on the screen to make sure that I included every word that I was thinking. And I don't do that, but he that's his little trick. And he's like, if you ever want to steal from me, and I'm like, I never will, but I'll just continue to make errors.
If I ever try to write on something that doesn't have autocorrect, I do the same thing. Or like it'll just not like I'll spell so many words wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I rely so much on autocorrect.
Have you
now.
ever not used a word because you didn't know how to spell it?
Yes.
All the time.
I think I do that
for me.
sometimes.
All the time. It is so embarrassing. Sometimes
Do you
I
have audio
will.
coming through? I'm gonna check you out real
Tester,
quick.
tester. Nope.
Check.
I'm just gonna check
You might
out
be
real
really
quick.
low. I sometimes I will like when I'm writing something, I'll go to Google and I'll
Same,
type in
yeah.
what I'm trying to say, and or my good friend, the automated assistant that we always refer to on the show, who always forgets to turn the AC off. I always ask her. I'm like, how do you spell this? And I'm great. But yeah, what's
Yes.
the one thing you're really bad at, Olivia?
I'm also really bad at spelling, like terribly bad. And I think, because I rely so much on autocorrect, when I was like taking tests in school and stuff, like spelling was like the hardest thing for me. But I don't know. Every time I have a hard time following directions sometimes. I think it's my personality, and I just like
What's
I don't
that? There's a disorder for that. It's called oppositional.
whatever it is, I have it.
It's called
I have
You're
no
a
idea.
Freak.
Okay.
There's like a legit disorder. I'm not saying you have it, but I'm saying
What it
It's
sounded
fine.
like.
That's
You were like,
fine.
it's like odd person's disorder.
You have a problem.
no,
eh?
it's
You're
literally
odd.
Or
called
something?
OOD, and it's like oppositional something defiance or something like that.
I think I have it.
Oh,
So
it's
you're a
odd.
trouble kid.
It's oppositional.
I get it. Okay, I'm different.
You're
Is that what you're trying to tell
weird.
me?
yeah,
I'm
sorry.
different, John.
Anyways, no, I'm not saying you have that.
You'll
but I'm
never get
saying,
it
Isn't
out.
it weird that there's like when I heard that, I was like, that's not a disorder. I mean, come on, that's just like a kid.
Don't you hate when you're trying to say something and everyone around you's like, no, yeah, we know what you mean.
It keeps getting
Like
worse.
that moment we just had.
Yeah,
You know what I can't do?
go ahead.
Draw a picture.
That's not true.
Okay.
I wish I was a good artist though.
You know how some people can like recreate like, really I guess I'm just not a good, like I'll try and draw what I think something looks like. I can't do it. It's just like so.
Like you can't visualize.
I can be
it?
artistic and like draw like, oh, that's a weird, funny little
You can
drawing.
create it on Photoshop, but you can't like draw it. With
Yes,
with
but like, like drawing a human face,
Nah.
I'll never be able to do.
Really,
you
So
know who
rough.
else couldn't draw human faces?
Who?
Hitler. So
Ryan. Ryan.
Wait, what?
wait, no, legit. You can fact check me.
That's
I'm,
about
because he's an
honesty,
artist.
Ryan.
yeah, Hitler was an artist, but the one thing he could not do was draw a face, so he flunked out of art school for that reason.
Wait a second.
So what are you, Ryan?
No, I swear.
You're on a bad road. I'll fact check
me.
that.
We're gonna need a
Oh,
fact check on that
Ryan,
one.
that's bad.
I'm
I'm not saying you're going to be the next Hitler.
I
but
know
I'm
what
just
you're saying.
Well, John's being honest tonight.
He's really coming
Sorry.
out tonight,
No,
folks.
I've
I'll point you to
offended
punches.
2 people on the
John,
show so far.
I
I'm
feel like
coming for you, Karen.
I feel like you've got something you want to talk about tonight. Let's,
No,
What's
I
on your
don't.
mind there tonight?
I don't have it. I'll tell you what is different about me this week, though.
Let's hear it.
TikTok. Okay. I created a TikTok for this show, by the way, if you're
Whoa.
listening. You
Wasn't
should
that
follow
one of our
TikTok.
first episodes where you like denounced it completely? You're like,
Yeah,
this is the death
yeah.
of social media, and
It's only taken 10 episodes.
It's only taking me 10 episodes, which is 10 weeks. And I created a TikTok for the show because we were looking to expand our reach and post our content on new areas. And TikTok is all the rage,
that's what they tell me. Yeah.
And I made one for the show and I downloaded the app and then I started following people, trying to get people to kind of come onto our page and follow back, right? And so I followed all you guys and all of your guys' friends and some friends that are mutual friends of ours, and I'm sucked in. I don't know what to tell you.
You came for the followers, but you stayed for the content.
It's really
the memes.
It's so interesting because some TikToks, there's such a wide range where I know, and we probably talked about this before, but there's a wide range in the sense that like some TikToks I'm like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen, and then some TikToks I'm like, how many hours did you sink into this? Like it's so
It is
well
so
made.
true. Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm like, I appreciate it, but at the same time, I don't know. So we're gonna try and, as a group, we're gonna try and make TikToks.
Well, we
But-
did. I mean, we talked about it with when the Ratatouille musical thing was going. Like,
Yeah.
it's such a weird medium, like in between, because it's not like short. They're like 1 minute. You can go up to a minute long video. So I guess they're kind of short, but yeah, like they're sinking so much effort into this tiny little video, and it lends itself to like the weirdest like content coming out.
Yeah. It's so that's where like I didn't like it because I was like, it just felt, I don't know. I felt like it was a trend, and I guess that's like part of me that I'm like, I don't want to be I saw this TikTok
Yep.
that talked about like people who are too cool for TikTok, and they're like, I'm not saying I'm better, I'm just like different because I don't have TikTok. And I think that's was kind of my
that's what
mentality.
did it for you.
Yeah, and
was
so
you
then
saw
I
that
think-
one.
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, that was my attitude about it. I still think it's a huge. I think it can be a huge time waster. I think it's good to have self-moderation and discipline because I could see myself spending hours on it. And that's what I don't want. Like I already have Instagram and Facebook and all those things kind of consume a lot of headspace for me. But that's my fear is I don't want it to take too much time. But
I
what
think
do you think?
you just make an exchange, right? You're like, well, okay, I've got TikTok now. I'll never go on Facebook ever again. You just swap it out with something.
Yeah, I think you're right. There is some degree. So like I said, I haven't spent a lot of time on it, but I will say I've grown an appreciation for it since I downloaded it Thursday or whatever last week. And so I haven't wasted I feel good about the amount of time I spent on it, but it's just funny that like
Now you're in. Now
I'm
you're
in.
hooked.
And I
Well,
just
it's
make my own
just a
account.
vessel. It's just a vessel for more, funny videos.
And what I saw on TikTok that I talked a little bit about before we started recording is you created a sea shanty about cats.
Yes, I did.
Incredible.
Let me start by saying.
can we watch that, by the way? Can we pull? Is there any way we can pull it up?
Ooh,
Yes.
Wow, thank you for the
No, I
promotion
want
there.
people to see it. I do. Anyway, tell us how you came up with the
Okay,
idea.
so we have to back up and talk about this sea shanty trend that is happening, where on TikTok you can do a duet, right? Where you can be, side by side with somebody and you can be like reacting to their video. Like your video plays alongside somebody else's video.
Yeah.
So they've taken this concept and for some reason somebody started singing the words of a sea shanty, which
Yeah.
if you're familiar, it's like these old timey, the guys on the top deck of a ship going, transcontinental ship or something. They'd sing these songs as they work and they'd, pull the rigging or whatever. I wasn't there, but that happened.
You were there.
I saw Pirates of the Caribbean, so I
you
kind of
kinda
know. Yeah. So one guy does a TikTok where he's singing it, just the melody of this sea shanty.
Yeah.
And then people one by one were adding these harmony parts to
Yeah.
the point where it's this like choir of men on TikTok that are singing this beautiful, like it's all intricate. Like it sounds like it's a choir. Like
Yeah.
it's so good. And I watched this, Adam Neely is this musician that does
love
videos
it.
and stuff on YouTube about music theory.
Yeah.
And he did this full breakdown about like why it works and why it works on TikTok. And he talked about like how since there's a delay when you record a duet, that it lends itself to it because it's like call and response.
Yeah.
So it like works really well for the medium for some
it gives
reason.
like people time to start filming.
It's so funny. Like,
Let's watch yours.
yeah.
if we don't
Okay.
mind.
So, anyways,
Oh, wait, let me turn on the volume too.
Oh yeah, because this is too good.
yeah, we're gonna need
I
to.
watched it and the first time I saw it, I think I watched it 3 times. I was like, this is incredible. I saw it on TikTok first, and then I saw it on your YouTube, which is where we're watching it now. But
Little kitties in the
Here it is.
stores. Okay.
I know there's
Cutest we've seen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna
Wow.
have to.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Whoa.
turn that
I'm gonna
down.
have to
Just turn that audio down.
Oh, the
Oh my god.
Just a little bit.
There you go, just like a skosh.
It's
There
right
it
there. Is
Okay,
gonna do
there's
it.
this spot.
kitties we know are the cutest we've seen. Meow, 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 meow. They own the land by their own decree. Meow, 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 meow. They're sly and quick, just like a fox. They run for cover when someone knocks.
Yes.
This is RIP headphone users.
Yeah.
To the max.
You're never gonna hear it.
Meow, meow,
I'll just dub it in after.
Scratch and purr and love
Oh, look
to
at this.
play.
This is where it gets good.
Meow, meow, meow. They'll catch that laser too someday.
Oh my gosh.
Meow, 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 meow. We open the cans of the food they eat. If you're good enough, you'll get a treat. If all you'll land right on your feet. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow.
This is so good.
Oh, the kitties we know are the cutest we've seen. Meow, 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 meow. Drive the bully dogs back to sea. Meow, 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 meow. The life of a cat is a life that's fine. You lose your life, that's a first of 9. There ain't no life if it ain't feline. Meow,
Oh my gosh. Incredible.
meow, 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 meow.
They're so cute. I love those. Dude.
Wow.
Wow.
You have to tell me more about this. How did you write it? How did
Okay.
you come up with the
Well,
idea?
I mean, so I guess I just was so. Have I talked about 2 videos a week for a year on this podcast show?
No, this is a good intro.
Yeah,
for it.
yeah. This year, I've set a course to make 2 YouTube videos a week for the entire year. So that's 52 weeks in a year, 2 videos, 104 videos.
Yeah.
Just to be creative, just to, like flex those muscles a little bit. And there's no like, I'm not like, I'm going to do a certain kind of video every week. It's literally just like, what is a fun thing that's going on this week? Sometimes it's vlogs, sometimes it's that.
Yeah. Well,
it's just a good time.
Can I point out one of my faves?
You can.
Because I'll be honest, I've been following this.
Yes.
As your partner in crime, I'm like, I have to know what he's posting.
Wow.
Also, I love it, and I'm like, I think you're hilarious, just as an artist and as a sketch comedy kind of person.
Yeah. Keep it coming.
You and Olivia, like you're quite the duo, and so I
Wow.
wish you guys would make more
Thank you.
stuff together. But I'm just putting it out
No.
there.
Ryan. Okay.
We're
I keep
good.
asking.
Big
We have a
falling out
contract.
last
I keep
summer.
asking.
Yeah,
That's right.
I'm just kidding.
He doesn't have
And
enough room. in
Your
the budget.
agents are working on it, I assume. And,
Yeah, it's only 2 videos a week. Right?
And Ryan's my agent.
There's a
so
big
there's
backlog
kind of
of
a conflict
videos.
there.
Yeah, my favorite one is, and if you're listening to this, you need to stop and go to Ryan's and watch it. It's when you explain that Parent Trap is a perfect layout for a 5-act production.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Well, the 5-act play structure, you've seen I won't go into too much detail. Check out the video. But remember in English class, the like mountain,
Yes.
rising action, falling action?
Yes.
So there's 5 points in that, the introduction, the rising action, the climax, the falling action, and then the conclusion.
Yes.
And the Parent Trap is just like they're hitting you over the head with that because there's 5 different locations in the movie, and those are like literally the 5 points in the movie. Like
the perfect
It's the
story.
perfect story, the perfect layout. Like
Yeah.
it'll go down in history. Film majors should study it. Look, I could go on, and I did.
Yeah.
So check out the
video.
video.
Is funny though because like what you're actually saying is legit.
Yep,
But
sure.
you're also just sitting in your like studio space, and you're just like we did when we were kids. Like
Yep.
when you had a Mac or you opened like the photo booth, it's like that same height where you're like cut off like right here, and you're just like going like this. You're like, well, yeah, and then and I remember like making those videos when my brother had a Mac. Like I remember going in there and thinking I was funny and like
Yes.
recording
Yes.
just something, my brother and his friends made full videos in front of a Mac computer like that, where they were just like sitting there and they'd come in and out of frame, and you set it up like that. Your
And
video, you're
isn't
like, this
that
is
just
me.
wasn't that just our TikTok?
Yes.
You know, like it's just a different, like the kids or whoever is using, somebody's going to come out of each generation like, not saying I'm like the next filmmaker here, but like that inspired a whole bunch of kids to like do weird, wacky stuff in front of their camera.
Yeah.
And like, like you said, like going in and out of frame, like just using what they had because it was, that was like, just us with our dad's video camera, like when we were young,
Exactly.
like just running around the house, and like it's just another form of that, like just kids being creative with what they have.
And that's what I loved about the video. It's not even the fact that it's about Parent Trap or the 5-act
I think
thing.
I titled that one like film analysis, but I film it like it's 2007,
Yes, you did.
right? So,
And I was like, that is genius. It's not even that it's just a film analysis, is that you thought to do it in the way that we grew up doing videos in front of a Mac like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So all I have to say is if you're now following the 104 days of, or 104 videos
for the year.
it is worth following because you
Wow.
put out some really good stuff so far.
That was a serious plug, and I thank you for that.
Oh, of course.
Wow, that was.
Wow.
You deserve
I couldn't
it.
have paid for that. I mean,
You deserve it. The work you're putting in on this is really funny, and I think it's super thoughtful. And I think
it's
people
fun,
should see it.
I dipped my toes in a little bit at the end of last year, and I was like, this year, I'm just going for it. Just like keep creative, and then stuff like that comes out. Where
Well,
you're
that's
like,
I think the key to like a lot of these big time
Groundbreaking.
YouTubers or podcasts is
Yeah.
like consistency.
Sure.
You know, and I know that we're kind of taking our stab at podcasting here,
Yeah.
and we're doing it consistently. And some weeks it's like we're not feeling it, and some weeks it's like we have so much to talk about.
That's right.
We don't want to stop after an hour and 7 minutes, which is our weird time that we always hit.
I kind of love it.
We always hit between like an hour and 6 and 7 minutes.
Uh-huh.
It's really weird. Even when we've had to cut things out or trim things down, always an hour and 7 minutes. Doesn't matter. But I'm saying it's consistency. What were we going to
yes.
say?
I followed
Pivot.
up on your guys' fact check earlier that Ryan may or may not have a superiority complex.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
It says that he didn't, though he had passed the initial
The
exam.
he is Hitler.
Yeah, sorry.
Just let's.
I'm sorry. Let me clarify. Not
If
Ryan.
you're checking in halfway through here, it's not Hitler.
Though he had passed the initial exam in 1907, his drawing skills were, quote, unsatisfactory, the admissions committee decided. So he was declined from the Academy of Fine Arts.
Wow.
So he just was a bad artist.
There wasn't anything about
Entirely.
faces in there?
It just says his drawing skills were bad.
Okay.
Well-
Which, I mean, that's the same as Ryan, so it lines up.
Look, I mean,
I
I'm
could
not
have heard it was
If you're drawing
specifically
comparisons.
about
circling
faces.
back. I'm not
probably
pursuing
wrong.
art. Well, I mean, art. Aren't we all pursuing it? But like
What
drawing,
is art?
drawing
Think
people's
about it.
faces. Yeah, I think that's more of like a broad spectrum. What is art? So I'm not Hitler. So that's good.
I didn't think you were.
Thanks. If
I
my
have my
if my
doubts.
videos don't get the views, like that's when we'll start having problems.
You
Yeah.
said it yourself. The medium changes, Ryan.
That's right.
Just saying.
That is right. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, the sketchbook is your YouTube now. Yikes. And
we're gonna
done.
pivot to something else because
Yeah,
we're talking about Hitler too much. I think
Yeah,
on
I
the
think,
show.
I think we're on the topic. You are. I'm gonna be honest with you. People are gonna
I
get
mean,
weirded
we
out.
could go there. This can be like that, you know,
think
happy
it's too
10
hot.
episodes. Let's go there.
Okay.
Yikes. Anyways, TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna tell you guys.
Uh-huh.
There are kids on TikTok that are like, you know, that somehow like someone older than them has the app,
Mm-hmm.
and they just happen to grab that phone that has it, and they like make their own videos. And I swear, it is the funniest thing I've ever seen. There's like this one account that I've followed of these little girls who like act like they're in a spa. And it's like just girls that are like hanging out, they're best friends, whatever. But they're like, oh, how can I help you? You know, like, but filming on TikTok, like, how can I help you? What spray do you want for your hands? And it's just like random chaotic energy, but it gets like millions of views. And it's just
my
these
God.
kids
That's like-
that are
That's
like
what I
making
hate about
TikToks.
it. That's what I hate about TikTok. Is that there's no apparent path to success in that sense. Like somebody could just be doing something dumb and the internet decides that it's the funniest
Yep.
thing, and it's they go overnight. They're just like sensations, and that's what, again, I think maybe that's the part that bothers me, and maybe I need to get over it, which I clearly do.
It's a quick fame.
It's a quick fame. You're right.
Quick
it goes up,
fix.
and we talked last time we talked about it. We talked about like the real creators are going to be consistent, and you're going to follow them
course,
for a
of
long
course.
time. But I don't know.
There's something funny though about that. Just kids
all you
like
guys are great at
just those
TikTok. All
kids.
three of you. I've watched all your stuff,
Well-
and you're
Oh,
hilarious.
John.
I don't
Thank
know.
you.
I'm
I'll
not
take
getting the
it.
views.
I
so-
watched
I'll take
your
it.
Olivia. I watched yours about if you could choose the noise of how a toilet flushes.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you went around to all your family.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
funny.
Thank you.
Is
Thank you.
that
That
a
was a
trend?
passion project. No, that was just my own.
I love that.
Thanks. Stop.
That's so good.
It's
There's
gonna
a
catch
girl
on.
that
Everybody's
good
doing
about
my
it.
that.
sister
one.
showed me.
People
and
love potty
she,
talk.
I guess she's been same with like we talked about this last week, sleepwalking. And it's
Yes.
Whoa.
this girl who sleepwalks,
Oh my
and she's
God.
like, if I eat cheese or if I eat chocolate right before bed, I will sleepwalk, but I'll do something crazy. And in some of hers, she like you watch her in her onesie like walk to the kitchen, and she like looks around. She's like, no, walks to the kitchen, grabs a ton of things from her fridge, and then it cuts to the camera outside, and it's like snowing where she lives. Opens it, she walks outside in the snow, and she like tosses everything out into the snow, and is like, for you,
in her
and then she
sleep.
goes back to bed.
What?
I watched this girl too.
It's
They
so
put a
I
mannequin.
don't
funny.
know about that.
They put a mannequin in her living room.
No, it's the same. That's the same.
Yeah,
girl.
I know. We're talking about the same girl, and
She's so funny.
I don't know. You're right. I mean, how much of I imagine
so
that
funny.
it's true, but you know, I don't know.
Did you watch the one
I don't
about
know.
her
Is
first
anything
one?
on the internet real?
No.
Okay, her first one is
Okay.
the one that made her go viral, and it was she was spending the night in a hotel.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was sleeping naked. She sleepwalks out of her room.
Nope.
Shuts the door and is locked
Ryan
out. She's
says
in
no.
the lobby.
I'm gonna call
And then the
shenanigans on
whole
that.
Thing,
That's,
she's like she can't talk. She's like she just can't. She's laughing so hard, and she ended up having to take cushions from the chairs in the lobby
Oh God.
and then walk to the front desk. And they didn't ask any questions. She just said, "Can I have a room key?" And they were like, "Here you go."
She went back to her
That's when you if you know yourself though, you gotta sleep with clothes.
right.
You know?
Right. If you know you sleepwalk. And why wouldn't you put like
I'm
a chair
sorry.
in front of the door?
You
I don't
believe
believe
it.
it. I don't believe it.
Funny.
I
No
mean,
way.
it's funny
You
regardless.
need to watch them.
It is
'cause
no.
she
It's
laughs at herself.
definitely a
so
funny
much.
video. I'm sure.
But I don't know if it's. Yeah,
Well,
I don't
that's
know.
what
It's
comes
doctored.
Down, it comes down to the authenticity of the creator, you know, like how do we really know? And that's
Right.
where TikTok makes it so hard because if you are deemed like the funny one at this moment in time, your views are going to skyrocket.
Right.
And I look at your guys' stuff and I'm like, your guys is funny, you know. So like, why aren't you getting the same views as this girl? You know?
I've gotten a couple.
Yeah.
Like my
What's
first.
the most you've gotten?
Whoa.
I don't want to call you out, but I'm not
Call
trying to call
her
you out.
out.
But I'm curious.
It was my first one when Emma was like, "You need to get TikTok," and I was like, "Okay."
It
And
was
I posted
way-
a funny video of Emma,
Hold
Yeah.
on. This was your first TikTok?
my first,
And you got a
TikTok
million views?
That no,
Young
no.
love.
Get out of
Not a
here.
I got
million. Not a million.
67.6K
Wait, what?
67,000.
on my first one ever,
Your very first TikTok.
and then I posted one about being on a TV show, and
This girl's
that
got views.
one. That one got a bunch
Cash.
too.
Oh my gosh, we have a
I think that
TikTok
one got
celeb
more.
in the
Oh my
studio.
gosh. Wow.
Ryan,
Wow.
you
I'm
seem
so nervous. I'm so nervous.
It's the humble brag for
gosh.
me.
Really?
Oh, that one got 367.9K.
Dang.
That's
How many?
awesome.
How many?
367.9K.
Okay.
Shanty's
Ryan,
blowing
what's
up.
the
Do you want to hear
This
something
song
that's
is
messed
blowing
up? Is that I posted my shanty song, right?
Yeah.
My kitty, is that what they're called?
Incredible.
Right? Sea shanty?
Yes.
Yeah. And I said, Cara, like, hey, can you like go like my video? Like I just posted it. And she's like, she thought about it and she's like, send me the video.
I'll review it and
I'm
get
like,
back to
I'm
you.
like, no, I'm like, what do you
yeah.
mean? She's like, I have more followers than you.
I do.
She's like, she wanted to post it for herself and get the
No,
views.
Then I would tag you in it and say, go and follow Ryan.
get the views.
You would still
She's
get the
helping out.
follows.
She's helping you out. You're,
Then
you're
people see your
new at it.
pages.
No, that wouldn't happen.
Yes, it would.
Wow, that is controversy. I love
Yeah,
it.
well,
Now I'm glad I don't have a personal
this
profile.
is, I'll tell you what, engaged life, you know, shoot.
Oh, wow. The old ball and shit. Wow.
Oh,
I hate that.
So tell me, okay, I know you have you want to talk to me about stocks, and I'll let me preface
Okay.
this. I don't know anything about
okay,
stocks.
so
but
I'm going to,
Just prepare yourself. It's a lot.
the past couple of days have been
got it.
crazy. And let me,
here.
disclaimer, I know nothing about the stock market. This is not
Buy, sell,
financial.
buy,
True.
sell.
You're just not giving advice.
I know. Okay.
Buy low, sell
yes.
high.
This is the required disclaimer. I know nothing about finance. Don't take any of this as financial advice.
I can feel our first
Here we
lawsuit
go.
coming on.
Big suit coming. So it's crazy because in the past couple of weeks, GameStop has gotten a lot of interest.
Why?
Now you know
Exactly.
GameStop is kind of
Yeah.
like the Blockbuster of video games at this point,
It's
right?
dying.
It's a dying. Yes,
I didn't think they had stores anymore.
they do apparently.
Oh, there's one
Somewhere.
in Point Loma Square.
One on
that I
Point Loma
passed
Square.
today.
But the point is, it's a failing company because you can get so many games online. Like just download them now,
Yeah.
right to your console or whatever.
Well, Amazon is killing everybody, but yes.
Yes. So there's been this viral post on Reddit recently of a guy who had 2 years. It was like a post from 2019, and he said it was like a YOLO basically, and he had invested like $100,000 into GameStop.
Dang.
And at the time, the shares were like $5 a share, and the comments were like, "You're crazy! Like, bro, say goodbye to your money! Like this, GameStop's going bankrupt." And time has gone on, and the stock has like gained traction and is making these guys money. Like he's like, oh, here's my year update. He made like $2 million or something.
No,
Yeah.
I thought he made $11 million. No?
So
What is he
up
at
until
now?
up until like November.
Oh, okay.
So there was a big
Spike.
there was a
Influx?
big spike in, I guess, stock sale, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Like the stock price went way up, where it was now like, it was at $5 a share. It had gone up to like $20 a share or something. And this dude, was like doubling his money, quadrupling his money. And so it became this. Now, this is the power of the internet right here, is that it became this thing where all of these Redditors were like backing him. And there's a subreddit called Wall Street Bets. And it's don't ever, if you value your life and your time, don't ever go there.
Don't ever
It is
go there.
full
You'll
of
never leave.
It's full of people that are just like psycho.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I YOLO'd my entire life savings into this, and it like
my
drops and
gosh.
dies. But in this case, all of these rogue people are like helping this stock go up. And so on Monday, wait, let me get this right. On Friday, the price of the stock went from like $30 a share to like $80. There was like a 150%, I'm getting the numbers wrong, but it was like 150% increase. It was a huge increase in stock. And it was like rattling the whole thing. Like these random people are driving up the price of the stock just because it's like not like in a hedge fund. It's not like short traders or anything. It's just random people like buying up
into
the price. And from what I've read, it's like these brokers will do this where they'll buy they'll borrow stocks and they'll sell them so that when the price drops, like when a company goes bankrupt, they can buy them back and then they've made a profit off of it. So that's kind of what happened like in 2008, the housing crisis and everything.
Yeah.
And so now it's like it's flipped where the price of these borrowed stocks is going up and up and up, and eventually they'll have to buy back, It's like $1 billion brokers will eventually like be bankrupt because the price of the stock just keeps going up.
Oh my god!
Today it went up something like 200% increase, like ridiculous amounts of money.
That's great. I love
it's
that.
And it's crazy because like, Wall Street, from what I can tell, it's like, it's just this big gamble. Like the fact that, gambling the stock, like brokerages and day trading and all of that should probably be illegal, but we let it happen because it's all these, multi-billionaires that are doing it. And now it's flipping, and you can kind of tell from what I've seen and watched, like the attitude is changing as far as like people on the news are like, yeah, they can't be doing this. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's been a wild ride. Like I just had to talk about it because I've just been watching the number go up. I can't stop looking at it. I'm just like, oh my God.
Is GameStop doing better? Or is everyone buying the stock and that's what's making it?
I think
seem
it's
like
both.
It is?
I think where it started was they got a new CEO who was
Amen.
the guy that established WAG, I think, or no, not WAG, Chewy. The like
Chewy's
ordering
good.
pet supplies
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, okay.
So he
like
took
the
on
Amazon for
Wag's
being the
cool too.
CEO.
Great
yeah,
biscuits.
not WAG, but Chewy.
Really good business.
Took on GameStop, like was supposed to be revamping the company. And what's more is they announced that they were going to but they were going to start selling parts for PC gaming computers.
Smart.
That's a huge industry.
Yeah.
So that alongside of this like rogue, like, come on, we the people attitude of
$100,000.
they call them retail traders. It's like, and there's 2 million people on this subreddit. Like that's, if they all invested, couple $1,000, like that.
So
just
this guy started a revolution.
seems
is
to
what
be.
you think.
Seems to be.
And he's rolling in cash right now.
Yeah.
Because
His update
does
today.
He sell it? Does he sell it now? Or
and
does he hold
that's
on to
kind
it?
of, it's kind of this meme. That's what's weird about the whole thing is it's kind of a meme. Like people are
It's like
posting.
social media meets Wall Street.
Yes,
We're
it's like they've
oh, enjoying it.
they keep saying they've gamified like trading, and everyone keeps posting the little like rocket ship emoji and like just
get it to
spamming
the
the
sky.
subreddit like, we're going, hold to the moon, everybody, we're going to the moon. like don't let go. They keep posting like video clips of like Braveheart, like, come on, man. Like it's this
gosh.
whole weird community that is actually like
Making money.
making money off of it. This dude posted today his update from today's crazy like shoot up of the price. He's like at $23 million.
Oh,
He's got $23 million
Cash out.
in 2
Cash
years
out.
doing nothing, like sitting on it, just
so
holding it.
So he doesn't have that money. He'd have to sell all of his
You'd
shares.
have to sell
get
all the
that.
shares because
And that's the
That's
dicey
right.
thing about
so
stocks.
if that specific guy sells all of his shares, will GameStop be like
Yeah. How
so that
Dunzo?
that's kind of the
how
thing.
much of an impact does he
is
have?
yeah. That,
A
well,
lot.
I don't know
Yeah,
one
really.
specific person because really he's only got, so
then
many
who
shares.
pays him that?
But that's
GameStop?
what's crazy. That's why you watch it, because when it drops, it means somebody cashed out.
Yeah.
When the price of the stock
so
drops,
that guy could single-handedly ruin
it
GameStop
would
right
drop easy a couple, like probably like 20 points. And then people would be like, oh, it's
Yeah, that's when
dropping.
people start
And that makes other
selling.
people sell. And then it just keeps going down, 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 down.
So that guy could kill GameStop.
And like I said, I know
What kind of power?
I'm
is
only
that?
getting
Single-handedly.
I'm only getting little bits of it, but from what I can tell, this is like people do this when companies are like heading out, going bankrupt. They will legitimately like bury them in the ground to make, you know, like brokerage companies will like bury them by just buying the stocks, or no, not buying them, borrowing them from the something like that. I don't know. They'll borrow them, sell them at a high price, and then like buy them at a low price. And so as the stock goes down,
Buy low, sell high.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the motto.
We know
It's
that.
crazy.
We
It's
know.
just the craziest part for me is, like I said, just like that many people can get together and like have that kind of impact in a weird way that's making like a whole different culture. Like it's like the internet, I don't want to say internet troll culture, but it's just like crazy people on the internet that got together and have these ideas, and it's them versus like old Wall Street. Like
And they're flipping the script. That's what I love.
absolutely. Yeah. Where these big hedge funds are going to have to pay out and be
probably
like
gonna just
down
end up being
billions
illegal.
of dollars. What's that?
It'll probably end up just being illegal. You're like,
Wouldn't
you guys
that be
need to
interesting
stop.
if
I
made it
would
illegal?
not, after this whole thing, because that's how it happens, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but
That's
I bet
how we
this is,
figure
like,
out
the
what
biggest
laws are,
social
right?
media-
Somebody
Right.
does something really
Somebody
ridiculous.
does
Like, wait,
something-
we should make a law to make sure they don't do that again.
Hey, that's weird. We should all, hey guys, let's all stop trading now. Now it's wrong,
Close down Wall Street for us.
right?
Just,
When somebody else is making money off of it, it's like, no, that's not going to work.
well, a lot of these big companies are doing well in the pandemic, which is also like kind of an interesting piece too, right? Is like, you know, if you look at somebody, I saw this reel on Instagram, not TikTok, for the record. And it
Insta
was
reel.
like, if you
Reels.
had, it was like if you had invested $1,000 in these companies at the beginning of 2020, what would you be at? And they're like, you know, 6 times, 7 times more
Easy.
than that. And I'm like, that's what that's what is so confusing about stocks. It's like, I want to do it, but it sounds so terrifying. You know, like I downloaded this app called Acorn, which Ashton Kutcher is
Yeah.
a founding member in.
Sure.
And it's like takes your extra change from your bank account. So when you buy something, it rounds it to the nearest dollar and then puts the change in like a investing account, and then it invests stuff for you.
Yep.
But like, I downloaded it because I thought, oh, it'd be cool. Like I'll like, it's supposed to do it for you, you know? And so I'm like, if it can make some money, great. And then I asked him all these questions like, are you going to like claim this on your taxes? And I was like, whoa. Like, I was like, I don't know any of this stuff. And all these questions were too intense. So I just like canceled my account and I deleted it. I was like, I can't do it.
The same exact thing because I took a college course of like, if musical theater doesn't work out, like here's like other things.
day
to
trading.
I
finance.
love that about AMDA.
Musical theater
So,
doesn't work
like,
out. Try day
We
trading.
all got Robinhood, we all got Acorn, and I signed up for Acorn, and it like for some
Uber.
reason the account
Shipped
kept taking out
or
like
whatever.
more.
Yeah.
It kept like every month being like, you have to put a minimum of this much in,
Yeah, that's
and
how
like
they
all
get
this stuff. And I
It
was
was
like,
freaking me out.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, but then during that class, my teacher said that one of his students, like parents, when they were younger, their parents bought them a stock in like McDonald's for like their first birthday, and their 18th birthday hit, and it was like $2 million. Like it was something
That's
crazy
what
That
we
was
like
in
do.
that.
1953.
Which brings me
That's what we
to
need to do.
Yahoo Finance.
We don't
my
know if
senior year
Olivia's
of
a
high school.
100,000 yet.
You guys, I might have a lot of money in the bank.
You just don't know it.
And I don't know if it's real or not because I think it's fake. But in my senior year of high school, I bought 300 shares or something, 200 shares in Netflix. And now it's like I made on this app $37,000, but all of it's fake, I think.
Could be a simulation.
Wait,
I think it
why
is.
are you not looking into
Yahoo
this?
Finance.
There's $37,000 at stake.
'Cause I
okay?
don't remember
It's
putting
worth
my-
checking it out, Olivia.
No, it says she has like over $100,000.
But it's
I
gotta
don't
be
remember
fake,
putting any,
right?
I
any of
think
my
it's
information
fake.
in.
Somebody's like, this woman has not claimed her money here.
She's got $3.5 billion, so she's just sitting on it.
Yeah, so
You
I
know,
don't
like
know.
your whole life, just like in a profession where you're just like scraping by, and then right when you hit 60, and you're like, you have like $3 billion, you know, right? And you're like, no.
I have like property in Texas. I don't know about. It's like
my gosh.
worth a ton of money. Tech companies want to buy it from me.
Wait, you invested 200 shares.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
see,
I think
that's the
this
thing
app
is-
is not real,
I
right?
think
Like
that's
it's like
what Yahoo
it's a
Finance
game.
is. It's like fake.
It's
but
like
it's
fake.
like you're supposed to practice. But apparently,
Oh
I
my
did very well
gosh.
for myself.
Yeah, I was like, first of all,
Investing in
even when you
Netflix.
wait, you were a senior what? How many years ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago? There's no way.
It
I'm
would have
not.
gone up that high.
First of all, I'm not gonna say that you couldn't do this, but to
Wow,
buy
John.
200 shares in Netflix 2 years ago seems
They
like
were-
a lot of money.
Okay, they were $300 each, and I
Oh.
got 200 of them.
Okay, now I know
So
Wait,
this
wait,
is
did
wait,
you
wait, wait,
did
wait,
you
wait,
ever
wait, wait,
put
wait.
in a bank account or
I don't remember. It
any
was a long
personal
time
information?
ago.
I don't think you did.
There's no way.
I feel like
Look
we
at my
would have.
app.
I feel like we would have known about it.
Today's gain $1,000, $1,029.99, and
all
total
a day's work.
right now. My total gain is $38,616. So
No.
So
Just saying.
if you're watching at home, comment below your credit card number, and Olivia will just send you the money.
I'll help you
Apparently,
out.
First of all, I thought it was kind of real, and then you said 200 stocks of
okay,
Netflix.
okay.
2 years ago. I
Yeah.
was like, that's going to cost you like $1 million.
Yeah.
How much
Easy.
are stocks in
I don't
Netflix?
know. They were $300, I think, when I bought them.
So,
So-
if you bought 200,
And now-
You bought $200, $300 shares.
Yes.
$600,000.
And what account did that come
That's
out
right.
of?
Wait, did I?
I
Now I don't
think you
know.
did.
Now they're worth $561 each. So
One share in
Yeah.
Netflix is $500.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what is that relative to? know,
You can
like,
buy
don't
into like
know.
half a share. Put in like 250.
Well, but you
you
brought
do
up a
that?
good point about,
Yeah.
or maybe it was Cara. Somebody said like buying a stock for your kids or whatever. My sister's boyfriend's mom did that for them for Christmas. They she bought her son a stock in Apple, and then she bought my sister a stock in Starbucks, which I thought was cool.
yeah.
That's great.
But I'm also like, the whole stock thing is, again, it's just like maybe I'm scared of the unknown. I just don't get it, and that's what freaks me out.
Here's what you do, John.
Go ahead, put some
here's-
money.
here's the deal.
300 stocks in Netflix.
$300,000 in a Netflix right
you
now. It's
learned
going to blow up.
anything from me-
People are getting into this whole Netflix, this whole streaming
You
thing.
ever heard of Netflix?
You take some money that you're like, okay, I'm just sitting on this money, right? Because you're loaded. You've got money.
Yeah, sure.
You put it in
You're loaded.
a mutual fund. This mutual fund is not just one stock, but a lot of different pieces of stocks. So
Different
like
companies.
you put it into this mutual fund. Yeah, it's like, oh, this mutual fund is built of, what'd you say, tech companies?
Sure.
Or like there's like
Big tech.
retail companies or something. Things that are supposed to be doing well always. Like if the economy is doing well, your stocks are doing well because all the stores are doing well.
And it works because it's diversified. So if one company goes down, your investment isn't affected as much because it's not like all of your money is in that one company. So
now
it balances out.
the return is less. It's incremental over time. So it's like, in day trading, you can get like, somebody just made 50% of what they invested today. But it's like, okay, I'm going to put $100 into this, and over the course of a whole year, I'm going to make 12%. So you get like $12 back. Something like that. Even that's a little generous. But the more money you put into it, you just get a little more, and that's like, I don't know, that's like old people savings. You want to make some money. We'll talk after this.
Yeah, well, hook me up because
This
clearly
is
don't
not
know.
financial
Take it from me.
advice.
Again, one more time.
Again, I started investing last week. So
Invest in Netflix and
Big
sit on
time.
it.
200 shares.
That's what I gotta
200
say.
shares.
get this Yahoo app.
When you work at Starbucks,
Yeah.
you get a free stock every year. They'll give you
So how
free
many
stock.
stocks do you have?
I have 5.
Oh my God,
your
Cara.
first year,
How much are
my
the
God,
stock
loaded.
of Starbucks right now?
Wait
But
a minute.
it doesn't matter.
Oh, Kara's got
It's not-
money.
Expose
No,
herself.
Kara's got
it's not.
money.
Got
She's
money.
exposed.
Somebody
But
crunch the numbers.
Starbucks
She's got
is a
followers
good one.
and she's got
Wait a
money.
second.
Go
Oh
ahead.
my
Starbucks is a
gosh.
good one because from the
People like their coffee.
when I've gotten stock, it has just
Wait.
gone up and up and up and up. Like
Yeah.
I feel like Starbucks will never crash because it's Starbucks.
Well,
Well, also, I feel like everywhere you turn in America, and I imagine everywhere else, there's just a Starbucks there.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what? I want to talk to the guy at Starbucks that was like, we're just going to make 1 million locations. There's 3, like, if you drive straight down from my neighborhood, you can hit 3 Starbucks. That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
that's it.
You're right.
How far?
Like,
Like a straight line from your house.
Well-
There's only 3, like,
If you go in the straight line, you pass 1, that's right here. You pass
Okay.
the one that's just
the
a
freeway.
walk through. That's like a walk up, drive through only, and then
Yeah.
the one that we stopped at.
The
Okay,
freeway
but
one.
what if you kept
That's
going?
3.
You could hit
100
another
million.
one.
If you
Okay,
you
I
probably
see where
hit
he's going with this.
If you circumnavigated the Earth, how many would
How
you
many
hit?
Starbucks? That's wow. That's
How
a
many
really
research
Starbucks are just
Check it out on
in
YouTube this week.
Santee?
I know
check
what
my
Ryan's
gosh.
video is this week.
52
At least
weeks
one of them.
in a year. I want to tell you about an encounter I had. That was pretty
Please.
funny. So, you know that I for Christmas got an Oculus Quest.
Yes.
Got it for Christmas. Love VR. I think it's the new frontier.
Really.
you're
Yeah,
welcome.
I do.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's great. And not
Who'd you
for
get
the
it from?
I got it from Okay. So, anyways, I got this, and there's this game you can play. It's VR poker. Okay, so this is all. This whole episode is like what the Ryan has a gambling addiction.
What the Ryan is, bro.
It's free money. It's a free game, but you log on
Kind
and
of like this Yahoo thing. I have 200 shares of Netflix. All I have to do.
I have millions.
so I
Fake
jump
money.
into this VR poker, and what this is it makes you into a what are those called? Avatar, right? So you're sitting at a table with a bunch of other avatars, and it's all other people wearing headsets, and they can all see your avatar and they can hear you and talk to you. So this is the setup.
This is starting to sound
So you
really
like
lonely.
it's like okay,
Creepy.
instant join a game, and you're like in this game, and now mind you, it's free. So kind of like what we were talking about with TikTok is it's all the kiddies. It's kids,
yeah.
right?
Kids.
It's every kid that got Oculus for
And they're all
Christmas.
using their
Yep.
exactly. They're all playing this poker game, and they don't know how to play poker, so they're going all in on every hand, and they're like just like being
you're
crazy and
sweeping up.
yelling at each other. And I'm just
Bring it in, boys.
pair of aces,
Just
thanks.
transfer your money over here. You know where it's going.
Yes.
Netflix.
So then sometimes you'll sit down at a table. And sit down at a table. You're sitting in your living room couch, but
Just
you're
cut to a photo of Ryan with the Oculus Quest.
I love poker. I'm sitting at a table with two older gentlemen that I find out are both in their mid 70s, one on each side of me.
Who have Oculus.
One is from. This is what's so crazy. One is from Nebraska, and one of them's from North Carolina. And I'm sitting at this table with the two of them. That I'm imagining are like the two old guys from the Muppets. So they're sitting on either side of me, and because that's kind of how they're talking, but like a southern twang to it.
Okay.
And it's all these kids, like I said, that are playing the game, and they're like heckling the kids. They're like, "Oh, why don't you go back to the sandbox? Oh, you spent all your mama's money. Oh, you're broke, kid." Like fully roasting these children. And I'm just like along for the ride at this point. And like, I just like, I'm getting
One
little
of the
bits of their
guys.
stories. Like one of them is an ex-cop and he's like talking about the, military reserve and everything.
my
And one
gosh.
guy like works on cars and he was like having funny banter with his wife and like, "Oh, are you making lobster for dinner? We live in rural North Carolina." Like, I'm just like sitting
Giving
here
their whole
baffled because
backstory.
I'm suddenly, like at this way station for these random people. But it was so interesting to me. I'm like, this is definitely like this
Gotta
is
be like
the future.
The dads or the grandpas who got it for their kid, and their kid is like, "Here, like try this poker game."
I 100% believe that these guys bought the VR headsets
Themselves.
to play poker.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. They're like, yeah,
the
I'm.
Instagram algorithm's like, these guys are going to love it. Watch this.
There's something sweet
Cha-ching.
about that.
It really and
Like they need
that's
human connection.
that was kind of my feeling. Like, okay, I'm sitting down with these two guys that are just they're so talkative, and it's like, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm playing. It's like 8:00, so it's like pushing midnight where you are right now, and you're
Yeah.
just like,
It's
you've got the headset on, and you're hanging out.
They're
Yeah.
probably quarantined.
Yeah, I'd imagine too. I mean, as an old person, it's
wonder.
hard to make friends, right? Your friends are dying. You're old.
You're not going to
You
go
know
to a
what I
park.
mean?
It's-
No,
it's
you're
true.
right.
It's
You're right.
like,
it's
how do
true.
you make friends when you're an old person on the Oculus?
On VR. I
and
think
That's where you
man.
meet the wrong kind of friends. You're meeting kids? I
Yeah,
don't know.
or
Yeah.
a lot of children.
Yeah.
No, VR is insane. And we've talked about this before
Yeah.
too. I was recently just saw something for VR about multiple monitors. I was telling you about this where you can connect your laptop
Okay.
and you have VR goggles and it gives you like the equivalent of like 6 screens. So you don't actually have the 6 screens, but you have a 6-screen workspace where you can like kind of transfer things to there and to there. And because it has a camera on the front, is that right?
It's got a camera on the front.
So it can like read your keyboard and it can track your typing.
That's so crazy.
And I'm like, this is so crazy because like I'm the kind of guy that wants like 6 monitors.
You're like, I'm in the system. Like
I'm
you're
like
flying the
Tony Stark.
USS
You
Enterprise.
kind of feel like Tony Stark, you know,
Yes.
like in that virtual reality where like you can kind of, you know, in that first Iron Man movie where he's just like grabbing these hologram things and just like throwing it away. And
That
I'm
is
like,
not exaggerating, exactly what it feels like.
Yeah,
I
and-
feel like I'm Tony Stark. And there's an app that's VR desktop, and I've connected it to my computer. And it's not the multiple screens, but it's just one wide that I'm like kind of in this bubble where I'm like, you know, oh my gosh, I'm like on the internet, like I'm scrolling Facebook in VR.
Oh my god.
No, but literally, like
I love it.
that's how I used it. I was like, oh, this is the internet.
after I used your VR, your Oculus,
Uh-huh.
I considered getting it. I was like, this is so cool.
And it's relatively like cheap too compared to
Yeah.
like the first Oculus was like you had to have the headset.
Yeah.
It connected to your computer.
Dude.
You had to set up a camera.
You had to get,
like
like,
to track your
special
movement and stuff.
earphones.
Every year it's gonna get smaller and smaller. They're just gonna pare it down. I think eventually it's gonna be like contacts or something small that, or glasses even.
Yeah, because it's even still like bulky to
It's so
get the
clunky,
the
yeah.
depth or the
Just
whatever.
this number
Right.
2 is smaller than the last one because
It's gonna
the
be
last
where
one.
you're literally Tony Stark. You just put on the glasses and you're like, I'm in the virtual world. Like,
So crazy.
well, Google Glass,
Tony
they
Stark
made
do that?
those.
Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide.
that
Yeah,
dude
yeah,
was
Google
was
glasses.
living.
Yeah, Google Glass, they had that.
In the
Yeah.
future.
They had
those-
Alexa glasses too, where you could like
Those
talk
are
to.
new Alexa
Yeah,
glasses.
can I tell you a sad story about that?
Oh,
You
no.
can.
Did you get them?
When, well, close. When it was like day one things where now you can buy them, they're like $250 or whatever, which is like no way would I pay for that. But back when it was like a day one product, you could get them for like $110. And
Wow.
you had to like request an invite and you would get email.
Was it like you were beta testing it?
Yeah,
Like,
I did that same thing for I have Alexa Auto. So like in my car, it's connected and I can talk to her and she's connected to like the whole system. So like I can turn my bedroom lights on as I'm rolling up to the house.
What? On
Yeah, it's really
earth?
cool. So
that is awesome.
I was
actually.
I was a
Tony
day
Stark.
one on that. So when that came out, I got an invite and I bought it immediately. And it was like reasonable. It's $25. I was like, this is worth it for Alexa Auto, whatever, right? So I was like, these glasses seem cool, and they at the time they were like cheap. They're like $100. I was like, it seems worth it. So I requested for an invite. I never got an email, but one day I was on Amazon just searching
Chilling.
as
Just
I
chilling.
normally do. Jordan likes to think that I used it as a social media. She's like, you just scroll through Amazon and just buy stuff, right? I'm like, well,
Yeah,
you're not wrong.
I feel that.
Not anymore, but I used to. I'm recovering. And I went to this, I thought about the frames. They're called the Echo frames. And I was like,
Yes.
oh, I'm going to check and see if I got an invite. And then I was invited to buy them. Like it was, you could buy now. And then I was like, I don't know if I'm not sure. Like $100 is kind of a lot right now. It's in between paychecks.
you
know,
missed
thing.
it.
And so I was like, I'll do it tomorrow. I click out of it. I come back the next day and I go, okay, I'm gonna buy this. I go on the site and it says your invitation expired.
No.
Done.
Please re-request.
Oh my gosh.
I re-requested, and now they're in production.
Wow.
And now they're too expensive.
Yeah.
The other one that I'm excited about too, that I don't know if it's come out, is the Echo Loop. It's like a ring that you can talk to
God,
Alexa like this. It is
Oh my
so
God.
cool.
Oh my
Look,
God.
you know how I feel about Alexa. You know how I feel about Neuralink.
She's also.
It's not going to
flipping
happen
out.
for me. All right.
Oh my god, dude! It's gonna get
Dude.
to the point where everyone has them, and you will have one.
Because why would you need the ring and the? Is it to like get to different people?
God.
Like, okay, well, I wouldn't wear the glasses, but
No,
on my hand, I would.
I don't think you would wear both. I don't think you would wear
Oh my
both.
gosh, I have an idea.
I lo-
Spy. That's like a
I
spy.
have an idea for that ring. For if the ring
Okay.
is like a thing,
Oh.
you have.
Wait.
you can,
like,
Is this
make
a?
engagement
Should we
rings?
sell this idea?
Oh yeah, wait.
No.
You should probably like
No,
bleep all of this out.
no,
No.
no.
Is
All
Jeff
the followers and all the money?
Bezos is listening all
is
the time.
listening. So
Bezos.
go ahead.
Whatever. I want the world to know my idea.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay, she was
If
first.
these
They'll trace it
loop,
back to
if
this.
these loop rings come out,
Okay.
you like say you have like the app on your phone, you download the Loop dating app, you have it on, and if when you walk by people, it'll like
pings?
buzz.
Ew. No.
Oh.
I feel like
No,
if,
no,
if
no,
there's
no,
like
no, 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 no,
yes,
no, no, no.
yes.
What is
like
the benefit?
if you're on your phone
Everywhere I
and you're
go.
like, oh, I've
Single.
liked
Single.
like, oh, I see this person has like a loop ring. I like them, and it like buzzes their ring.
Oh my god, that's
So
so
then-
weird. I would
Kara
literally.
loves this for an engaged
Wait.
woman.
Oh my god.
No, I
we
would-
really have to have this conversation
Like,
again, Cara.
what if you're walking like in the park and you see someone that you like
Yeah.
and you like notice they have the ring and it's like, oh, like double tap
That's
and
like a
there's
Black
like
Mirror
vibrates.
episode.
Ew.
I don't
Dude.
know.
Wait, why is
No.
it so? Can
I
you
like
do
it
that already
for
with
technology's sake? But
Is
it
that
is
a thing
little
with
weird.
with Tinder already? Like if
Well,
you're near somebody
no.
that has Tinder?
Well,
that's how
it'll give
Tinder
you
works,
like
right?
your
That is
mileage.
so creepy.
But when you
people in
see
your area.
someone
Is
is
like
that really true?
yeah,
People can track you.
not like to your specific
Ew,
spot,
well,
but
okay,
it's
let's
like
be
Ew.
honest. They're tracking us anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. That's
They, but not like they.
No, you
Not like
guys.
people.
But mine is like if you're too afraid to like talk to someone like in the mall, in the park, and that you can just like ding,
I think
ding, the
this
ring,
is where
and they're
this
like,
is where
"Oh."
technology and social skills hit a peak.
That's
here.
right. Because
Because if you don't have
you
the
are
social skills to talk to them,
Right,
you don't.
It's not worth it.
deserve to
No.
like have an interaction,
Nope,
right?
Nope.
Am I being
know-
harsh?
well, I mean that's
That's a dating app, right?
Yes, I mean ultimately I agree with you, but yeah, okay. The point is,
Go ahead.
you would walk through the mall, right? And you're walking past like, oh my, you've walked through the mall before, and you're like, oh my
Yes.
god, that guy looked at me. That guy was creepy. What if that was followed up by
Oh my God.
affirming he was looking
Your
at you
fingers
in
like
a
buzzing. You're like
in a certain way?
run.
I'd be like, okay, weird.
it sounds like a scary movie.
Yeah. No,
Or-
okay.
We just read a Black Mirror
Oh.
episode. Done.
Or
Exactly.
what
contact
if
Black Mirror.
what if you like have it's like the Tinder app for the ring and you've like liked this person, you've been talking
Yeah.
and it vibrates when you're close to each other, like in distance.
No, okay.
If you're both at the mall at the
Kara,
same
do
time.
not confuse my reaction as non-interest, because I think this is great from a technology
And-
aspect.
and-
Somewhere.
While we're clearing things up, take my reaction as it seems. That's just not gonna happen.
You know what I want? I want a technological mood ring that'll tell me what I'm feeling. Right?
Wow.
Like, you know how mood rings would change colors depending
Yeah.
on like what your mood is? I want it to be like, you're sad or you're happy.
Or if you're like, hey, you're anxious,
Yeah,
try
yeah,
doing
yeah.
a meditation.
yes, it gives me advice
That
with
could help. I
managing
mean,
my
that's
emotions.
actually
like a
kind of
health device.
interesting,
Like
like,
a little
for
therapist.
people, yeah, or like people that like can't pick up social cues and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
whoa,
The people around you are sad and it turns blue and it's kind of like, oh, okay, now
There can
I-
be some good ideas for these rings.
I love this soundboard. Like,
It's a full drum kit. So
it really.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, I have some videos to show this week.
Oh yeah, wait. Well, how's our?
We're at
We're good. We're like at an hour.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're right. We're an hour, so we should really
Wow.
watch these videos.
I was really getting into the thick of it. I mean,
No, I listen. I think there's something there, and I think, and I'm going to bring this proposal up on record here. I hope
Okay.
this is okay with you.
let's hear it.
I have a plan for March, but I'm saying in April, I think we should do like a tech proposal. Each week, we all come up with an invention that we think would be great.
Yes.
Full presentation.
Yes.
Pitch it to the team, and then we'll let at the end of it all, we'll let social media decide. We'll let our followers decide whose is the best invention.
Which
I'm
one
down
should we
for that.
patent?
And
Yeah,
that person
I was going to
gets
say we
decide-
should patent all of our ideas before we
Right,
put
right,
them
right,
in
right.
on the internet. But
And then the winner gets to. We all pitch in like $10.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And
Yeah.
then the winner gets to choose what stock we buy with our money as a collective group.
it's GameStop. It's going to be GameStop.
It's gonna be Netflix for me, actually.
All right.
You ready to watch some TikToks?
I'm bored
Oh my
ready.
gosh.
Can you tell us a little bit about your curation process for these TikToks
Oh
today?
yeah, sure.
Wait, or no. What is the viral video time? What is this segment called?
Olivia shows. Oh, John and Ryan react or something like that.
John and Ryan react.
Okay, I didn't like that.
I love how. First of all,
Yeah.
all your intro music these days. I'm
I'm
not
going to have to
critiquing.
record it all.
It's all whispering. It's all, what does it mean? What's this?
I do it
segment
wrong
called?
every time.
Let's nail it down right now. What is it? We do it every week. So
Ryan
what's
and
it
John
called?
react.
Right.
Just
TikTok.
John react. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
No, it's fine. Ryan
TikTok.
had a great idea.
Is it always TikToks?
Yeah, it's
Because we've
always-
watched videos before. Right?
We haven't.
TikToks.
I was gonna say
What's a
TikTok,
play on TikTok?
The clock is almost up. That didn't rhyme.
All right, we're gonna take her mic away next week.
Banish her to the booth.
My gosh.
Tell us, set up your first TikTok.
Really quick, can you turn the
Okay.
volume down because
It's going to be
Already?
blaring.
Already?
Oh wait,
The-
it's not even that high.
Ryan, calm down.
Okay.
Oh, take it down. A
It
little.
was.
There you go. Perfect.
That's
the
good.
cat video blew my eardrums out.
Oh my
So
God,
let's
and
that's
so did
you.
the listeners.
That's your fault.
yeah.
There's a cat on
Okay.
screen. I'm excited. All right.
Yeah,
Let's,
I show cat video every week, I think.
oh, okay.
think
Well, that's
it's-
okay.
Sorry.
Well, know your audience, you know.
These videos look fun.
They all look really good so far.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, you guys, okay. The sound is way too low.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not what you
There
were
you go.
saying.
Right there. About half. That's perfect.
Okay, right on the money.
Oh gosh. Is that a person on the palm tree?
Gucci man.
For the audio listeners, a tree trimmer, I guess, was cutting the top of a palm tree, and the weight when he cut it off flung him back.
Like he wasn't heavy enough to weigh it down,
By
so he
the
just.
way, if you're listening to the audio version, we appreciate the download. Slide over to YouTube at this
Yeah.
moment in
You're
time.
gonna
and
want to
watch
just
the
pop
video
over to
version.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That was good.
Check the
Thank you.
timestamp and head over to the
We're gonna
video
get copyrighted
podcast.
for that, but it's fine.
That's fine.
We always do.
Everything-
It's fine.
It's
The
kind of our
section's
thing now.
muted anyways.
What is... Wait, my thing is like drawing.
I'll just do
as
some,
I
like-
move it.
Wait,
Let's
sorry.
play Miz. You're playing Les Mis. Oh. Okay.
Ryan and John react.
Oh.
Little guy.
And every time it
Oh my gosh, so cute.
Doobie doobie. Don't you know each cloud contains from heaven? Doobie doobie. You'll find your fortune falling all over town.
What a tiny little guy.
He looked like
video
the
for
little
the week.
like during Halloween the black cats that have like little bat ears. That
Yeah.
picture that always comes up.
I think my cats definitely saved me from 2020. Like it was such a downhill, and having two little kitties. Ugh.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So wholesome. I just like tell them every day. I'm like, hey, you guys are great. Love you.
Yeah, we're gonna dive into
All right,
that
next
later.
video. That's for what the cat cast.
Saved
What the
Cat cast.
podcast.
Page one,
cast.
that save it alone.
Beautiful.
Anyways, go on.
Okay.
Oh no.
This is so good. Oh,
Teach me how to buggy.
so that was Harry Potter.
With the like
Doing the
wavy
Dougie.
gravy trend.
Somebody put the wavy filter on it, and they were in some sort of argument, but it looked like they were all dancing. It was incredible.
It works so well
It fits so perfectly.
Hey,
Oh my
when he
gosh.
starts like waving his hands.
hey.
when they put up their hoods.
Oh my god.
Oh,
This is my favorite.
There's been so many good videos with that
With the wave.
effect.
Wow.
really?
Oh my
Ugh.
god. Wait, what's this?
Oh.
Oh god.
What is this video?
Every week.
We gotta do it at least once a week.
Who made that? That's incredible.
I think Kenny Ortega. I
Oh
think.
my god.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think it was Disney. It was directed by Kenny Ortega.
It was definitely
Oh, man.
Drew Seeley.
That's right. He was there too.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're talking about the Vine or the? Whoa, the Vine.
Again, fine.
Who are you?
I'll tell you what. Some things will never die, and for
Boomer.
me, I will refer to TikToks as Vines always.
Boomer over there.
Ryan and John. Yeah. Or sorry,
Hey,
and John. React.
Which is it?
great selection as always.
Thank you.
Producer Olivia.
Very
Thank you.
nice.
Thanks.
Very nice.
And that's
man.
quickly becoming my favorite part of the show.
It's really good.
Dude, the
When we go
wave
live,
one just
it'd be fun,
kills
too.
me. Them moving
wave.
with the wave.
Wavy gravy.
Teach Me How to Dougie is that the song? Teach Me How to
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's the
That's
one.
an old classic.
Yes, it is.
You guys remember doing like high school dances with that one?
Yep.
Did you guys have
Wow.
dances?
The old
Heck
High
days.
school
yeah.
dances, yes.
Oh, okay.
Back in the olden days.
Did you
of
have
the
high school
Dougie.
dances?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah. They were,
I didn't know
Private
she went
Christian
to a
school.
Private Christian school. So I
they
didn't know if
were,
allowed.
they were lame, but they were. No, we had fun. We had fun. It was good.
Really?
Yeah.
You could play,
Like I said,
normal
I mean,
music?
I said last. No. It was very like the radio edit, the clean versions.
But you had Dougie.
No, I don't think so.
What?
I mean, I've heard the song before.
You didn't have Teach Me How to Duck.
It's not
did
even
you have Your Jerk?
inappropriate.
No. No, like
we had your jerk.
no,
Did
didn't
you
have
have
that
Oh my
one.
gosh, my
LMFAO.
public school.
Yeah, we had like Every Day I'm
Contacts.
Party
Shuffling.
rockers in the
Yeah.
Okay, like we had
my
that too.
gosh.
Like fun,
Yeah.
fun, wholesome
What was
music.
what was
Okay.
like the big hit?
does that mean?
Well, what's one big hit when you were like in high school? That every school dance had this hit. What was it?
For me, it was that song, "Baby, Won't You Come My Way."
Really? All right. A couple more
pretty
bars.
Or
Keep going.
a lot of Fetty Wap songs.
Wow. Love him.
I'm trying
Wow,
to
we were
think what
somewhat
else.
different
Love 'em.
generation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Incredible.
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
A lot of Usher for some reason.
Usher,
Like
yeah.
that wasn't
That's
new,
good.
but
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah,
one?
yeah.
that'll never get old.
We were the kids that like petitioned the DJ to play like Journey, like don't stop
Well, we always ended
Like
with
always.
that. We always
Always.
ended with "Don't Stop Believing." Like as everything's getting torn down, the DJ is like, "Okay, fine." You know? And I used to, I don't do it anymore, but I used to DJ school dances because my
Sure
mom's
you
a
did.
teacher, so you know, like
Hey.
through
Wow.
contacts.
Wait a second.
Oh.
Are you the Purple Rain guy?
Guys, stop.
The Purple
I
Rain
remember-
guy.
I remember the big
He's
one when
back.
I was DJing, like elementary school dances, was when "What the Fox Say."
Oh
my
yeah,
gosh.
for sure.
That one hit
Oh,
so different
uh,
in middle school, in elementary schools.
Oppa Gangnam Style.
Oh
That
my
was the one.
gosh.
Gangnam
Forget
Style.
it.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Oppa Gangnam
And my
Style.
favorite was playing,
Meme culture.
I think it was at the Grammys or something. They did a mashup of that song
Yep.
and "Too Legit to Quit" by
Yep.
MC Hammer, and they released like a mastered version of it. And I remember playing that because that was always fun because like the parents that were there like knew "Too Legit to Quit" and the kids
Sure.
knew Gangnam Style, so it was like a perfect medley of both. But anyway,
Wow.
The
That's
Yeah.
slow
beautiful.
song that they always played at West Hills was always
Lessons
like
and
it was always a
stars
Bruno
for
Mars
a
song.
while.
No, it was always a Bruno
I
Mars
can
song.
wait
It was like
while watching the sky.
Grenade
Oh my gosh, Grenade! I love that
or
song. Wow, still love it.
what
Okay,
every day
Ryan.
it'll rain. Even though that one's sad,
Forever
but
young.
I need you to
I
play
want to
me
be-
like a slow version of a really awesome song that like you
Like
that you heard
Bridgerton.
like in high school. Yeah, like Bridgerton. Oh, like,
Wait.
that's probably hard. I don't. You're a genius. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Come on.
Right.
Well, give me something.
Come on.
Well, just give us whatever you're thinking right now.
How does that
Oh.
Fox song go?
no. What the fox says?
Gosh, you're nailing it right now so far.
I hate it. I don't like it.
Cow goes mice
This is how we're ending. This is how we're ending. Keep going.
And mice go squeak.
That's the end.
What does
Wow. Thank you
That's
for
always
tuning in.
those covers, you know, like the guy at the piano, like, what does the fox say? Like really getting into it.
Sounds like Nicolas Cage is
Yeah.
singing it, so.
Oh my gosh.
oh no.
There's one sound.
I hate it. I hate it. Make it stop.
I hate it.
Gosh.
This is where the wheels come off.
Gangnam Style.
Please
Gangnam
make
Style.
it stop as
This
soon
is
as possible.
this is really devolved into. Hey, happy 10th episode, guys.
Happy 10th episode. I have a surprise for you guys next week, but it didn't come this week.
What?
But, you know, we'll find out next week. So,
Oh
tune
my
Yeah.
goodness. This guy.
All right. We'll see you
Wow.
next week. Thanks for tuning in.
To What the Podcast. See you next week.
Theme music starts here.
Bam.